بسم الله. طيب. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Welcome in the weekly lesson in تزكية النفس, in purification of the soul, in order to increase our iman, in order to increase our purification of the soul. And we read from the book of Salihin, the greatest book that combine the um, the, um, the 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 thing that increase your iman, and it combine the righteous deeds that you will do it. So we are in a chapter of increasing of of the presence of many ways of increasing the righteousness of your deed. So far we read this hadith عن جابر بن عبد الله رضي الله عنهما عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: كل معروف صدقة. رواه البخاري. It has been narrated by Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhuma that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, enjoying all that is just is a given in charity. In this hadith, it is one of the jawami' al-kalim, one of the comprehensive wording and saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So every single ma'ruf, every single good deeds, every single righteous deeds is kind of charity, with criteria, with condition, of course. The first condition, the iman. So the ma'ruf, in order to make it a sadaqah, be added to the sheets of the person, it has to be done by a believer. Also, it has to be sincere. So every single ma'ruf that the people do it with a belief and sincerity is the second criteria of acceptance of the ma'ruf. Then al-muwafaqa, it has to be muwafaqa means it has to be according to the Sunnatul Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So muwafaqa of the Sunnah is one of the criteria of acceptance of the ma'ruf. وَكُلْ means every, and this is related to the general or the am. So any general, any general or any ma'ruf عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما من مسلم يغرس غرسا أو يزرع زرعا فيأكل منه طير أو إنسان أو بهيمة إلا كان له به صدقة. رواه البخاري. طيب. So in this hadith, Anas ibn Malik, who is a servant of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he served him since he was 8 years old. He said that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, there is none amongst the Muslim who plants a tree or sows seeds, and then a bird or a person or an animal eats from it, but it is regarded as a charitable gift from him. This is also another way of getting the reward of getting the ma'ruf, getting the charity. So even just planting a tree or sows a seed, and then this will be when the bird comes and eats from this. Just 1 second. I think the telegram, the problem with telegram. Just 1 second. We'll fix it, inshallah. Every single ma'ruf, every single good deeds will be regarded as a charity. So even planting, so the telegram channel is back again if you want to join. So every single ma'ruf will be counted as a charity. Like for example, planting the tree or sow the seeds for the bird to eat or any person. وفي الباب أيضا في كل ذات كبد رطب صدقة. In every living being, it will be a charity. طيب الفوائد المستنبطة من هذا الحديث. One of the lessons from this hadith. First, the importance of planting the trees, and also importance of the cultivating the land, and this is a message for the Muslim to do that for the purposes of the human, and also for the purposes of the animal, and also this will also come with the same meaning that every single ma'ruf is a sadaqah. Also, it comes also with the meaning of the person. If the person died and he kept a sadaqatun jariyah, ongoing charity, this will be counted to his deed. Also, if the person plant a tree or sows a seeds, it will be counted for him after his death. طيب الحديث الذي بعد ذلك. عن أنس بن مالك رضي الله عنه أيضا قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما من مسلم يغرس غرسا إلا كان ما أكل منه له صدقة وما سرق منه له صدقة ولا يزرعه أحد إلا كان له صدقة. في رواية مسلم وفي رواية أخرى له فلا يغرس المسلم غرسا فيأكل منه إنسان ولا دابة ولا طير إلا كان له صدقة إلى يوم القيامة. وفي رواية لا يغرس مسلم غرسا ولا يزرع زرعا فيأكل منه إنسان ولا دابة ولا شيء إلا كانت له صدقة. ورواه جميعا من رواية أنس رضي الله عنه. طيب this hadith or this collection of the hadith having the same meaning that every single Muslim plant a tree and anyone eats from this tree, it will be counted in the charity. And even if someone steals from this tree, it will be counted in the charity. or also anyone take from this tree and decrease this tree, it will be also a charity. And also any human being or any bird or any animal, it will be counted charity for the to the day of judgment. Like as the same meaning also. Like hadith number 136 عنه يعني عن انس بن مالك رضي الله عنه قال: أراد بنو سلمة أن ينتقلوا قرب المسجد فبلغ ذلك رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال فقال لهم: إنه قد بلغني أنكم تريدون أن تنتقلوا قرب المسجد. فقالوا: نعم يا رسول الله، قد أردنا ذلك. فقال: بني سلمة دياركم تكتب آثاركم، دياركم تكتب آثاركم. رواه مسلم. وفي رواية: إن بكل خطوة درجة. رواه مسلم ورواه البخاري أيضا بمعناه من رواية أنس. وبنو سلمة بكسر اللام قبيلة معروفة من الأنصار رضي الله عنهم وآثارهم خطى. طيب, in this hadith there is a tribe near Al-Madinah, a very famous tribe called Bani Salama. And Bani Salama was one of the tribes that live near, far from Al-Madinah. And they try to move to be close to the Masjid Al-Nabawi. And then Prophet Muhammad Sallam, the news came to him. And then he said, I have been informed that you want to move to be close to the Masjid. Then he said, yes, O Prophet, we want to do that. And then he said to them, Bani Salama, diyarukum, your house, tuktab atharukum, your footstep will be counted. Means that the farthest the distance between your home and the masjid, the more reward you will get. Because every single footstep, or even if you drive by car, every meter you drive or every kilometer you drive, it will be recorded as a good deed from you. And this is showing that that the amal, even it is so hard, it may get more reward. And we have here mas'ala. What is the best for the Muslim in terms of selection of the masjid? Which masjid he should go to get more reward? Is the Masjid Al-Jama', the big masjid that have the gathering of the people, or the closest masjid that he close to his place, or the masjid that you will notice that the Sunnah is implementing in this masjid and they following the Quran and Sunnah and they practice? So generally in Islam there are different purposes of the masjid. We have al-masjid, which any place that you prostrate in it. So any place does not necessarily be a specified place for prayer, but any place, if you are in a park or in your travel and you want to pray, any place in the earth will be regarded as a masjid for prayer. So this is hadith in Nabi Sallallahu وَجُعِلَتْ لِيَ الْأَرْضُ طَهُورًا وَمَسْجِدًا, and the land has been made for me a tahur, a pure, and a place of prostration. وهناك الجامع. الجامع هو it is a big masjid that more likely in some Muslim countries you have the big masjid in the main of the main area of the town, and the people gather in this big masjid on Friday prayer. We don't have this such concept here in non-Muslim country, but anyway, any masjid or any place that has been allocated to do 5 daily prayer and Jum'ah, this is have the ruling of the masjid. Musalla is a place that there is just only designated area for praying certain types of prayer, maybe Zuhr and Asr or Maghrib and Isha, or only one of Jum'ah, but this does not have the ruling of the masajid. What is the best for the Muslim? What is the best place of the Muslim to pray? Based on this hadith, the farthest place. The farthest place that you live nearby, far from your masjid, your place, is the best masjid that you pray in it. And also, if it is equal distance, or there is no big difference between the distance, then you select the biggest masjid that combine many people that pray there, but with condition that if you have a nearby masjid, or a masjid that is not far as well, but a very small masjid, and if everyone goes to the big masjid, so no one would pray in the small masjid. In this case, it is recommended for the person to go to this small masjid to make it live in terms of prayer. Also, another condition is the sunnah. If the sunnah implemented in this masjid or not. Even if it's a big masjid, but there is no sunnah there, it's not recommended to pray there, and find a place even small, but the sunnah there, you will be pray there. So generally, the farthest masjid is the most reward that you get, and this with condition if this farthest masjid following the sunnah or not, in terms of practicing the sunnah there. And then if you have to select between the big masjid and the small masjid, both of them have the sunnah. So see, if everyone goes to the big masjid, this will result in people will not go to the small masjid. In this case, it is highly recommended for the people to go to the small masjid to make it open for 5 daily salah. الفوائد المستنبطة من هذا الحديث, the lesson from this hadith, that walking to the masjid or even driving to the masjid, one of the good deeds that will be written for the person. طيب, الحديث الذي بعد ذلك 137 number 137, وعن أبي المنذر أبي بن كعب رضي الله عنه قال: كان رجل لا أعلم رجلا أبعد من المسجد منه، وكان لا تخطئه صلاة، فقيل له أو فقلت له: لو اشتريت حمارا تركبه في الظلماء وفي الرمضاء. فقال: ما يسرني أن منزلي إلى جنب المسجد، إني أريد أن يكتب لي ممشاي إلى المسجد، ورجوعي إذا رجعت إلى أهلي. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: قد جمع الله لك ذلك كله. رواه مسلم. وفي رواية: إن لك ما احتسبت. الرمضاء تعني الأرض التي أصابها الحر الشديد. طيب, in this hadith, أبي المنذر أبي بن كعب, كاتب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في الوحي والحافظ القرآن, one of the greatest Sahaba that memorized Quran, and one of the recommended Sahaba that Prophet ﷺ recommend to learn the Quran from him. So he said that there is a man, this man is so far from his home, is so far from the masjid, and then he was so keen to pray the 5 days salah, and he never missed any salah. And then they said to him, or he said to him, if you buy a donkey, so you can ride or take this donkey, especially in the dark nights and also in the hot weather. Then he said, I dislike to have my masjid nearby home, or my home nearby masjid. I want to that my mamsha, my walking to the masjid will be recorded. Also, my returning to my family will be recorded. And then when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu heard that, he said, Allah give that all of you. All of that means that he will count the walking distance that you walk from your home to masjid, and also from your masjid returning back to your home. What a great fadl, what a great bounty from Allah Azza wa Jal, that increasing the walking to the masjid or driving to the masjid, and it is one of the greatest things that increase the good deeds. either when you go or when you back. Next hadith, عن أبي محمد عبد الله بن عمرو بن العاص رضي الله عنهما قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم 40 خصلة أعلاها منيحة العند ما من عامل يعمل بخصلة منها رجاء ثوابها وتصديق موعودها إلا أدخله الله بها الجنة. المنيحة أن يعطيها إياه ليأكل لبنها ثم يردها إليه. طيب. Abdullah ibn Amr radiallahu anhu, Amr ibn al-As, he narrated that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there are 40 good qualities, means virtuous deeds. And the best of them is the maniha of good. Maniha means that you give your goat or your sheep to your neighbor or your brother to use it or to take milk from me. That. And the best then is the maniha of goods, and anyone who does one of these righteous deeds, hoping for the reward with a firm confidence that he will get it, then Allah Azza wa Jalla will admit him into paradise because of it. This is also hadith showing that there are many ways of increasing the good deeds, and even it is seems to be something small, but it will be counted for you as a good deeds. And in this hadith, Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As mentioned that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam identifies or mentioned 40 ways of having good deeds, and best of that is to give your family or your neighbor or your friend what you have from goat or sheep to use. Similarly now, like if you know that your friend or your brother do not have car and he needs car, and then you give him your car to use until he find a car. This is like that now, and will be applied. So any kind of that, if you if you want to increase the good deeds by this way, this is the best way. It's the highest way of the highest means of getting reward, which is to give your belongs to your brother to be used, and then he return it back to you. And this is the importance of cooperation of the Muslim together, and also it is related to the unity of the Ummah when they have be united and look after for each other. So the advantages of or the lesson from this hadith, one of the righteous deeds that you can do it is manihatul anzi, that you give the anza of the goat to your friend or your brother to use it, or any similar like that. Also, if we look to different hadiths that discuss another righteous deed, like greeting the Muslim is also one of these qualities. Also, tashmitul aatis, if someone sneezes and then you say, he said Alhamdulillah, and then you said Yarhamukallah. Also, ummat al-adha an al-tariq, removing the evil from the street. All of these righteous deeds, it will be counted, as Allah said, فَمَن يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. And whoever did a weight of atom خير, good, he will be sees the result of the reward. طيب, حديث 139 عن عدي بن حاتم رضي الله عنه قال سمعت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول اتقوا النار ولو بشق تمرة، متفق عليه. وفي رواية لهما عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما منكم من أحد إلا سيكلمه ربه ليس بينه وبينه ترجمان، فانظر أيمن فمنه فلا يرى إلا ما قد قدم، وينظر أشأم منه فلا يرى إلا ما قد قدم، وينظر بين يديه فلا يرى إلا النار تلقاء وجهه فاتقوا النار ولو بشق تمرة فمن لم يجد بكلمة طيبة. طيب, this hadith narrated by Uday ibn Hatim. Uday ibn Hatim is a Sahabi who accepted Islam late, more likely after Hudaybiyah. And his father was a disbeliever. Hatim al-Ta'i was the most generous kuffar on his time, but this does not help him because he died as a kafir. And Adi ibn Hatim said that Prophet Muhammad sallam say, avoid the hellfire, even by half dates. This showed also, don't look to the amount of the good deeds, but look to the quality of the good deeds, means the sincerity of the good deeds. Also, another narration that every one of us will be conversate with his Lord one to one, without any translator, without anyone between him and Allah Azza wa Jal. And then he will look to his right. He will not see something that he gave in terms of good deeds, and he will look to his left, and also he will not see anything. And then he will look between his hand. He will see only the hellfire at the face, in his face. And then Prophet said, so avoid the hellfire even by half days. And if you don't have that, just give a good word. A good word, this could be a good deeds which increase your deeds. So this hadith also hasten us, motivate us to increase the righteous deed and decrease the bad deeds. And also charity is a veil from the hellfire, even it's small or little, either by money or by word. طيب حديث 140 عن أنس رضي الله عنه قال قال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الله لا يرضى عن العبد أن يأكل الأكلة فيحمده عليها أو يشرب الشربة فيحمده عليها والأكلة بفتح الهمزة وهي الغدوة أو العشوة. طيب, in this hadith, Anas ibn Malik said that Prophet Muhammad sallam said, Allah placed from the slave who, when eat his food or his lunch or his dinner, and then he say Alhamdulillah of that, or if he drink a water or drink any drinking, he will say Alhamdulillah as well. طيب, al-akla is ismu marra, means number. In Arabic grammar, we have ismu marra and ismu hay'a. Ismu hay'a is ikla, means it describes the hay'a or the shape of the eating, like ذبحة, slaughter. إن الله كتب الإحسان في كل شيء فإذا قتلتم فأحسنوا القتلة وإذا ذبحتم فأحسنوا الذبحة. So Allah command us to perfect in everything, even in war, in killing in war, or in slaughtering the animal. You have to perfect that. So when you say akla, these describe the number of the meal. But when you say ikla, it describes the shape or the format or the description of the meal. Like here, showing that the fadl of Alhamdulillah. It's very important to say Alhamdulillah when you have a food or drink, and doesn't matter the amount or this food, or doesn't matter do you like this food or you dislike, but you have to say Alhamdulillah, because this is that increase your good deeds. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ وَلَإِن كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ. If you grateful, I will increase my bounty, and if you disgrateful, so my punishment is severe, as Allah said in Surah Ibrahim. Next hadith. عن أبي موسى الأشعري رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال على كل مسلم صدقة. قال أرأيت إن لم يجد؟ قال يعمل بيديه فينفع نفسه ويتصدق. قال أرأيت إن لم يستطع؟ قال يعين ذا الحاجة الملهوف. قال رأيت إن لم يستطع؟ قال يأمر بالمعروف أو الخير. قال رأيت إن لم يفعل؟ قال يمسك عن الشر فإنها صدقة. طيب, this last hadith today, inshallah. Abi Musa Ash'ari said that every Muslim has to give a charity. And then Musa Ash'ari said that Prophet ﷺ said every Muslim has to give a charity. And then they said, or he said to Prophet ﷺ, so if he don't have something to give, and then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, then he has to work by his hand, so he will get benefit to himself and get money to give charity. And then Abu Musa Ash'ari said, "Ara'ayta in lam yastati'," and then he said, what about if he not able to do? Then he said, "Yu'inu dhal hajat al-malhuf." Then he helped the one who in needs, the one who wants something to help. This is also one of the good deeds that you can. Also, he said, "Ara'ayta in lam yastati'," and he said, even he cannot help the one who in need. He said, قال يأمر بالمعروف أو الخير. Then he enjoy the good or the righteous. فقال أرأيت إن لم يفعل, and then he said, if he not able to do that, and then he said, stop on the evil, it will be charity. وفي الحديث, this hadith showing the importance of acquiring what the people, or doing what the people needs from the food and drink and dress, to or acquiring what you need from food and drink and dress, so you do not ask anyone to give it that. And if you are not able, you have to work to give the charity, and also show it the importance of the stopping of the bad word, or the bad or the evil word. So normally, if you cannot do any kind of charity, either by giving money, or by helping the other, or by saying a good, so just stop. وفي الحديث من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليقل خيرا أو يصمت. And whoever believe in Allah and the last day, he say good or keep silent. So alhamdulillah, we finish this chapter, chapter number 13, which is many ways for getting a righteous deed. Next time, inshallah, we will start the new chapter. باب الاقتصاد في الطاعة means you have try to make the طاعة based on your ability, not based in your capability to do the obedience for Allah Azza wa Jal. So far, this is today's lesson, inshallah. As we explained before, this is a Riyadcul Ilmi course, a daily course to increase your knowledge, to increase your iman, to learn about the deen. This online only course, it happened every day from 4:30 to 5:30, more likely, or more than that. Sometimes we finish before 5:30, sometimes it was in 5:30, but more likely we see between 4:30 and 5:30 at that time, which is 10 a.m. morning Mecca time. So far, this is today. Inshallah, tomorrow we have another lesson. Inshallah, tomorrow I believe we have tafsir. Inshallah, at the same time. Jazakum Allah khairan. See you tomorrow. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Any question before we leave? طيب. See you inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. بارك الله فيكم جميعا.